Hello and welcome to Greece. We are back in this country which we love. Those who follow us know that we've been island hopping a lot here, and that's again what we're going to do. This time we are starting in Crete, the southernmost island in Greece, and we are here in the town of Rethymno. The island is so big that you probably would need many trips to visit it all. We chose Rethymno because it's supposed to be very beautiful, and we're going to show it to you today. And we are going to use these scooters that are everywhere here, very easy to move around.
And as Marty was saying, Crete is a very big island, and Rethymno itself is a very big village, or very big city, I have to say. 32,000 people are living here, and we have decided to be a little bit outside of the city, which is actually down here, maybe 2 kilometers on the coast, on the beach. There's one hotel after the other. When we booked a small apartment, we put the link in the video description, and we start exploring the city today in the little Venetian harbor, which is right behind me.
The Venetian harbor is filled with all kinds of restaurants and cafes, but if you walk past it and you go towards the harbor walls and the lighthouse, you have a really picturesque view on the harbor, and you can see how well established it was and how safe it was for the ships. And funny enough, the Venetian harbor was built by the Turks in the 16th century, so we wonder why it's called the Venetian harbor. And probably the most famous landmark in Rethymno is the Fortezza fortress, which is located right in the city center. And this was built in the 1570s, of course, to protect the city from the pirates. It was built by the Venetians, and it didn't turn off the Turks, who invaded the town of Rethymno in the 1640s. The view from here is really great. You can see both sides to the sea, and you can walk the ramparts and hear the sound of the chapulines. And of course there's also a theater, a Greek theater here, which also shows some Greek mythology plays. The fortress holds also a mosque. This is the mosque of Sultan Ibrahim Khan that was built when the Turks came here in 1646. The fortress otherwise doesn't have much more to see, apart of the amazing views around the Aegean Sea.
In the middle of the city is the Raimondi fountain, which was built by this Venetian family, and actually it's 3 Corinthian columns, and in the center you have 3 lion heads where the water is coming out, and in the middle part above the lion is the weapon of the Raimondi family. And next to the Raimondi fountain there is the ice cream booth, and they have super good ice cream. Which one do you have, Marty?
Cheesecake.
No, what's the name of it?
Cheesecake.
The Greek name?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. little joke, sorry.
So this is a very typical example of the Turkish influence here. This mosque was initially built as a church and then converted into a mosque. It has a beautiful three-dome part in the center. Currently, actually, it's undergoing renovation, so you cannot go in. But when it's ready, they will use it as a concert hall and as a cultural center. The minaret has also gone through a very, very detailed renovation and looks really beautiful at the moment.
After the stroll through the city to all the sites, we have decided to get some refreshment and jump into the Aegean Sea, and we are heading out of town to a little beach. Beach. It's a beautiful place. Unfortunately, the sun went away, but the sand is still nice and warm and the water is around 27 degrees. It's a very, very long sandy strip. You can have an organized beach with a beach bed. You can have your own place in the sand like we are doing here. But if you need shadow, you should definitely have a sunbed with an umbrella. After this refreshment now, we are heading back to town and get some food somewhere, some nice traditional Greek food. After the beach day yesterday and the delicious dinner last night, we are heading now to the south of the island of Crete. And Crete, of course, is such a big island that you cannot put it into one vlog. We probably would need many, many vlogs. But actually, we have chosen Crete because we want to go to other Cycladic islands, especially to one in the south, which is Anafi. And it's very hard to get there, and that's why we flew all the way south to Heraklion, and there's only one ferry once a week, which will take us to Anafi on Sunday. And you can see Crete is a beautiful island. It's so big, it has so many craters, yes, no, canyons, excuse me, so many canyons where you can do all these outdoor activities like hiking, mountain biking, etc. So as said before, we are on the way to the south to try to explore a different beach today from Crete.
Now we're on the south of Crete and we found this Ammoudaki beach, which has a organized beach and another cove which is not organized, so there are no umbrellas and no sunbeds. But look at this beautiful clear water and these rocks. So this was our take on Rethymno in Crete, just a short stay, showing you the few highlights of the city of Rethymno. And the beaches of today were Ammouni and Micro Ammouni beach, and there are several coves in between these beaches which are really, really beautiful. Crete, of course, has hundreds of beaches. We just saw a few at this short trip. As said, this is such a big island that you would need several trips to make a complete review on this beautiful Greek island. Thank you for watching. Safe travels always.